Welcome to Nerd Territory. My name is Shago and thank you for watching. Since you clicked on this video, you will be watching my reaction to Attack on Titan Season 1, Episode 2. And hopefully you will stay tuned for the next episode and actually until the rest of the show. Thanks in advance. By the way, you will be able to watch my reactions to Attack on Titan on every Wednesday on YouTube. It will be different for Patreon members, but for YouTube, it will be uploaded once a week on every Wednesday. So stay tuned. If you have not subscribed, subscribe already. Hit that notification button so you will be notified right away when the new episode will be uploaded. Before we dive into the second episode of the show, I want to just do a quick review of the previous episode. What I remember, what I wrote down in my notebook here, and I will go ahead and watch the second episode. I cannot wait actually. I'm very excited to see where the story is gonna go. But before that, let's go ahead and review the first episode. I will start with the characters, so I have them written here. For now, forgive me, I am not able to memorize all the names, but shortly I will be able to know them by heart. So, we've got a couple of characters in the first episode already. First one, which I want to say, is Eren, which is, I'm assuming, the main character of the show. He is quite an interesting character. He is a little bit angry, quite loud and emotional, but I still found him interesting, even though these type of characters are not my cup of tea. But he had a couple of good points in the first episode that I liked very much. So for now, I'm digging Eren. Then we have Mikasa, who is Eren's sister. She did not give us much in the first episode. She's a quiet girl. She just seems this calm, cool and collected type of a character, which I like, and she seems to be quite strong so far what I've seen from the first episode. The third character that we got introduced and whose name we got to know was Hannes, which is a wall guard, and also it's a later part of the episode when Hannes goes to try and save all three of them, meaning Eren, Mikasa and their mom. At that point in one of the scenes, I think when he was charging for the Titan to kill it and save all three of them, he mentioned in his thoughts that he has some kind of a debt towards the family, and I'm assuming that's something that's gonna come up throughout the story. I don't think, we had like he loves drinking and he was not really ready, as already got proven in the previous episode. Then the first character we got to know, which was Carla, which is Eren and Mikasa's mom. She died quite horribly, which I'm assuming gave the two main characters of the show a tragic backstory. Then we had another character who is Eren's dad, but I did not catch a name. I think it was never mentioned. He seemed like a smart guy. It was mentioned earlier in the episode that he's a doctor and saved the world from epidemic, and also he asked correct questions when it came to understanding why Eren wanted to go outside and risk his life. Also, there was this basement stuff, which was kind of creepy. He showed this necklace key to Eren and said that behave, and when I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna show you what I've been secretly doing in the basement, which was like red flags were visible in my mind. I thought that it was creepy. Final character whose name we learned was Armin, the blonde boy. I liked Armin the most, as I mentioned in the first episode's outro, in my thoughts. He seems like a level-headed guy, and he seems like he is not gonna be Eren, he's not gonna be shouting at people, he's gonna be dealing with people or problems silently and logically. Another thing, I've caught some little stuff. So first of all, I've caught that it's a year 845. Also, I've caught that the wall has not been breached for 100 years. The wall itself is 50 meters tall. There is this organization, I guess, or like these people who sacrifice themselves basically and go outside to find some kind of a solution to their problem, which is called Servi Core or Corpse, but I'm gonna call them Core. I think that's a correct pronunciation of the word. Also, another thing I caught was that government might be corrupt. That's how I wrote it. I wrote it because of the three of their conversation right at the end of the first episode. I mean, Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, they were sitting near the lake or something, and they were kind of discussing back and forth how government does not like and makes it a taboo to even mention outside world, let alone wanting to go outside and explore the world, which was like quite interesting. And yeah, then I went back and read, there was some kind of an information during the episode that was given to me, and I did not have time to read all of it, so I went back after I finished the first episode and read, and turns out that there are 3 walls, not just 1 wall. So I thought that it's done, they are done, but I'm assuming right now that only the 1 wall, which would be the outer wall, that got destroyed, I'm assuming. And it said that it's called Wall Maria, so I guess Wall Maria got destroyed. And then there is a second wall, which is Wall Rose. And then there is a third wall, which is like innermost, that's what it said, innermost wall, which is called Wall Sina. And also this the information after the layout of the walls was how much distance is between them, and it said that between Wall Maria and Wall Rose it's 100 kilometers, and then between Wall Rose and Wall Sina it's 130 kilometers, and then from Wall Sina to the center of it all, of these walls I guess, is 250 kilometers. So walls I guess are pretty big, and I guess many people live within these walls. I did not think that there were a lot of people live, but now judging from this information, I think there are much more people living within these walls than I originally thought. Also, in the previous episode, in the outro, I said, okay, now it's full-on apocalypse. They have to fend for themselves. They need to go outside and try to survive on a daily basis. Now, I guess I'm corrected in that, because 2 more walls are still remaining, which is Wall Rose and Wall Sina. So I'm guessing when they were kind of running somewhere, they were running for these walls. And also the ferry or boat was mentioned as well in the first episode. Dad said that he was taking this boat ride somewhere to treat someone or something like that. So I guess they have water as well, maybe rivers inside these walls and stuff like that. So that's all I'm gonna say for now. I will go ahead and try to enjoy my second episode of Attack on Titan, but before that I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel. It does not cost you anything, it's completely free, and it helps out this guy, who will be very grateful. Also, if you like my content, click on that like button, and if you have anything to say, make sure to comment down below. This will help my YouTube algorithm and the channel to grow. One more thing, in the description of this video there is a Patreon link. I have also created a Patreon, and if you cannot wait, hopefully, to see my reactions to this show or other shows I will be doing, then go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon channel and support the channel that way with just a couple of dollars. And now, without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start reacting to Attack on Titan Season 1 Episode 2. Let's go. Humanity suddenly found itself faced with a new predator. Okay, there's some lore. But it still does not mention, I think, how 3 walls. Okay, here it is. 100 years. Oh, however, okay, this is basically an intro. Like I said in the first episode, I'm not gonna be watching the intro. It's from Naruto. I've got spoiled quite quite a time. I got spoiled with Naruto because of intros, so I will not be watching the intro of Attack on Titan, but I will go back and watch it in my own time, or maybe if you would like to see the reaction of intros as well, I can do that too. Now, we got basically the idea of what happened, I guess, but not really. It's just that suddenly they appeared. But first episode we got to know from that general or whoever it was, the head of this Servi corps, that they have no idea what they are and how they came to be or whatever. So in this there was this little lore, but it did not really give us much of an information. It just told us that 100 years ago they suddenly appeared out of thin air, I guess, and they quickly brought humanity towards extinction, and that's why the walls was built by the surviving humans to make sure that humanity did not perish, I guess. Okay, I think it's done. The fall of Zhiganshina, that day fall of Zhiganshina. Ouch, Crow is eating someone's flesh. Oh my god, is this a preacher? Like, run! Why are you preaching right now? Oh my god. I really don't like fanatics. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Oh my god. It's so creepy. Ah, she got... Oh my god. Ooh. Why is this guy preaching right now? Just run and preach when you are safe. Oh no. No ovaries. Stupid. Oh, we come back to them. Oh my god, look at his face. Ouch. No, baby, we are not. Oh my god, he has to live with this his whole life. And the type of a person he just seems that he can do anything. He just thinks that he can do anything. Do not tell him that. Oh, at least he's honest. And honestly, I think Hannes made the right choice for taking them and leaving Carla. I don't think he would be able to handle that Titan and all of them would die. What was that? What was it? There was like, what I'm assuming, a body and a blood. What did Mikasa remember just now? Interesting. And she said, it's happening again. One ship disappeared. So they have ships. And I'm assuming this is a river. I don't think they will have an ocean or a sea inside this wall, but rivers, I guess they have. Okay, then so they are evacuating, I guess, everyone from Walmaria to the. Excuse me? So I noticed in the picture in the previous episode, when I went back and read the information they can share so far, as they said, there were like these walls, but they're small circles outside of the walls. So these are the. Okay, so Blonde Boy is safe. There they are. So these are like districts or something they mentioned that are. They're basically a bait. What the hell? Yeah, it was hard, whoever you are, old guy. So they are, so where I mean Eren and Mikasa and all of them were living, it was basically a bait wall. So all the Titans would, oh my god, yeah, government might be corrupt, plus point. This is so effed up. Okay, Hannes, do not die, my brother. I cannot imagine being one of these people. Like, you think you are safe, it's for 100 years, and suddenly you are the generation who gets to experience not being safe after 100 years. Oh my god, they are not able to take everyone. Oh wow. I think I would be pretty calm though. I'm usually very calm in a chaotic situation. So I think I would be calm, but outside, but freaking out inside. Maybe not even inside. Some people just started jumping on ships, which is understandable. Oh my god, they don't even have an accuracy for their cannons. It's really hopeless. Like, yes, shut that gate. So I'm assuming even Wall Maria is not broken in that case, right? Because this was this Zhiganshina district that got destroyed, which is this bait district. Oh, they are. Oh, Hannes seems like a pretty good guy. But like, why they need to die? They have this gear, right? That allows them to fly. They can fly up the wall. They they should not need the door, right? Okay. Maybe they meant. Oh my God, the red one is back. Maybe they meant people who does not have gear, I guess, and have not been evacuated themselves. It has a skin now, or what is this? Like clothes? Oh no, it's small. Oh my God, it's a different Titan. Because compared to the wall, it's small, and that one was huge. And it has some kind of, I don't know what is this, like clothes, Titan clothes. It's covered himself. It's a polite guy. And nothing. That cannon. Okay, the cannon did something to that little one, but nothing to this guy. I'm gonna call him closed Titan. Yeah, I mean, at this point you need to close the gate. Yeah, no, okay, it did not have any point. The closed Titan just went through the wall. So is this now Wall Maria that the closed Titan went through? Oh my God, it left another huge hole in the wall. I'm assuming now this is Wall Wall Maria. Excuse me, they breathe fire? Okay, and now it's now becoming more and more interesting. Like they can breathe fire, and it's built like it. Okay, information you can share so far. Okay, I won't be able to read this. I'm gonna go back once again and read it. Yeah, I'm gonna go back after the episode. Okay. Walrose South Trust District. I think they did. If that, maybe that was another outer or whatever wall is the bait wall. Mm. So it was this wall Maria, the where the one that closed Titan. Titan with clothes is opened. It's not over, Hannes. Do not die right now. Oh god. Oh my god, poor guy. Oh, I feel so sorry for him. Oh my god, no, you don't need these thoughts right now. You don't need these thoughts. She knew you loved him, you loved her. Oh, but this is so logical. E- Everyone starts thinking about the bad stuff they said or how badly they behaved when someone is gone from their life, and he just went back to what Hannes told him just earlier in this episode, that he lacks the strength. It's so interesting. Is crying all we can do, or what he said? Ah, here we are. Would not think any other way. Just watching him first episode, it was clear. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can feel his rage, pain, despair, like, oh wow. Central government decided to focus within wall laws. 10,000 people! They, and I thought that it was just 10,000 people living in the wall in total. Oh, dead! That is coming from somewhere. Because what? Yeah, okay. What? He's injecting something? After mom died, you lost it. What is this? I don't understand. And there was a key. Don't forget the key. You must get there. Someday you will understand. Until you do. Excuse me? He was dreaming again? Oh, maybe something that's gonna happen. Just like I feel like I saw my dad. Yeah, he was dreaming, but last time he was dreaming and then it. Excuse me? Okay, I don't understand. I'm confused. There is another key, spear key, to the basement? Okay, it's confusing, but I will just keep going and then come back to this. He has the key, the dead head around the neck. And, okay, I don't know. Okay, people are fighting for food. It's quite a dystopian society they have. Quite. Oh, grandpa. Okay, so his grandpa survived. Okay, so episode. Hmm. Oh my god, just like outside world, just like the real world we live in. People are selfish and don't really care about others. He just said that they should have eaten more. What he said now? Oh my god. Eren, what are you doing, brother? You're gonna beat up like a, I don't know, 11-year-old kid? Once again, Armin is delivering for me. I like Armin so much. I mean, that's true, but you share these walls. Everyone has the same right to live within these walls. No one like that is looking up to me. What? You are not going back anywhere. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Eren, calm down. Oh my god. I feel so sorry for Eren. Like my mom and dad? Oh, that's too far, Eren. I love Mikasa. She's so cool. Wow. Armin's parents died. But this time? Titans of... Good. Good point. Oh my god, Mikasa is so damn cool. Exactly. Tell him that. Mikasa is just amazing. Oh my god, okay. Okay, maybe this was too much. I want sister like Mikasa. Oh, I feel so bad for Eren, like for Mikasa and Armin and all of them, but especially Eren. Oh, they just went, got them to work, I guess. So they have food shortage, which is understandable. Following year, 8. Oh, is this? They sent his grandpa as well, Armin's grandpa, on 846 years. 250,000, it said? What? Government is corrupt, plus 1 point again. What the hell? Oh, his grandpa died. Enlisting? Where? Oh my god. So they are enlisting, I guess, as soldiers or something? Mikasa is so precious, just protect her. Okay, so this, well, what I assumed in the first episode, this is a story about three of them, I think. Training Corps. Kiss Shadis. His eyes. Okay. I think that the guy who came back outside the wall that started screaming. Okay. Is this Mikasa? Oh. So another years, some kind of a years passed, because it's another time jump. I think they look older. Oh my god. Eren looks sick. So there was another time jump. I wonder what year is it now. So another great episode. I don't think I have any complaints towards this episode as well. So I'm gonna give 10 out of 10 to second episode as well. I just liked everything that happened. I think it just continued the first episode in a way that it gave us more lore, more kind of maybe political situation within the walls, and how people behave and how the society is in general within the wall. Start from Eren. Like I said in the first outro, I'm gonna go through each character little by little, and I'm gonna try to predict where their story is going, how they're gonna contribute to the story, etc., how I like them or not, don't like them, and so on and on. So I'm gonna start with Eren. Eren continued his angry outbursts, which is totally understandable. He started first with hitting Hannes and saying that I could have saved mom, why did you take me, now she's dead, it's your fault, which it's just an emotional outburst. And he's a little kid, he still does not realize that there was no chance in hell they could have saved his mom. Then Hannes tells him, because I lack courage, we did not save your mom, and you lack strength, which we went back then. When they are on the boat, he's contemplating his life with mom and having a lot of regrets, and he stands up and has this like massive hatred in his eyes and anger, and I mean everything, just everything, every negative emotion you can think of, you can see in his eyes. It was animated so well, and I felt so bad for him. Later in the episode, he overhears these douchebags, these soldiers talking about okay, they needed to die more, and we don't have food, and they are now eating our food, and he just in Eren kind of a way, he goes, punches them. This is the second episode. In both episodes he punched someone. Actually, in the first episode he punched that guy who was complaining about the taxes, and in this episode he punched this guy who was complaining about the food, which is quite funny. But yes, everything in their situation is just effed up. It's not good. They are traumatized. All of them are coping with it differently. Eren just has this outburst, and I understand it, but he went a little bit far after Armin kinda took care of the situation, and then he went on rumbling with Armin and screaming at him and calling him a cattle, and then Mikasa just quickly did not allow this to happen, punched him out of his misery. I think he just needed that punch to calm down and actually start crying instead of yelling, you know. And yes, I think this was all about Eren in this episode. It's now clear what his goal is, what the motivation of the main character is. For example, when I watched Naruto, it was to become Hokage. In Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Elric brothers, I think, but I don't remember their names, to be honest. But their goal was to get back the bodies they lost. So now the main character goal here in the second episode was set as well, and it's about killing all the Titans and liberating the world from them for Eren. Now Mikasa. Mikasa seems the most interesting character for me as of right now. She's just so cool. She barely says anything, but when she does, it has a value. She does not throw out her words just like that, for example, like Eren, but it's totally understandable why Eren is like that. But yeah, Mikasa, even though her mom died as well, she's still calm, collected. She's trying to take care of the situation. She's trying to stay calm and not positive, but I mean as positive as possible. And she only talks or says something or speaks up when it's absolutely necessary. And we saw this episode when she punched Eren and then gave him this speech. Oh, one more thing I almost forgot. At the start of the episode when they were going away, she had a flashback, and in this flashback I saw a body, a bloody body, basically a body and a blood, and body seemed like it was out or maybe dead, I don't know. And it was interesting. Is this something that happened in the past, or is this something that might happen in the future? Because I saw already with Eren, and I'm like 99% sure that whatever we saw in the first episode, in Eren's dream, there were some violet flowers, blood on them, some kind of a toy, some kind of a insect. And then the last scene was someone with a dress, basically a woman, I'm assuming, was getting picked up by a giant hand, and exactly the same happened at the last moments of the episode in the first episode, where Carla got picked up the same way, and I think it just was the same scene. And then in this episode as well, we saw Eren having I don't know, a dream, like a premonition, or did it already happen because he has the key, and I don't understand how he has the key. We know for sure it happened after the first episode because Eren was screaming, ever since mom died you lost it or something like that. And Dad had something, I don't know, it was an injection I think, and was trying to inject Eren with something. So, and then he woke up and Mikasa was like, it's all a dream, you did not see your dad. Then it was like, there was quick, and it was focused. It was not just quick scene, it was like on purpose showed. It was, I know 100% it was on purpose. They showed the key around Eren's neck. And then he put it, so they gave this extra attention. Why would they give this extra attention if it was not important? So I'm confused. If this was a dream, then how he has the key? And if this was not a dream, and if my theory, I already have one theory, is correct, which is that Eren can see the future with his dreams. Maybe that's his supernatural ability, because so far we didn't see humans have any kind of a supernatural abilities, and I'm assuming it would not be an anime without people also having some kind of a power. And I'm assuming Eren has the power to see the future with his dreams. Maybe it will come in story later, where they will be able to maybe change some gruesome deaths or change the fate of someone they love or care or whatever. And then also Mikasa seems maybe to have the same kind of an ability, but she was not sleeping this time at the start of episode when she had these flashes and saw someone, and I think that someone had blonde hair, so maybe it was a premonition rather than a flashback, because first I thought maybe it's a flashback or some sort, but now I'm like, I'm leaning more towards that it's a prediction, like a premonition for Mikasa that maybe Hannes is gonna die, because there was a blood all over, and I saw the blonde here, and Hannes has the blonde. I mean, Armin has the blonde here as well, but it seemed like a grown-up man. So I'm assuming maybe this will be something they will pick up on, and maybe they will save Hannes, because maybe in Hannes' fate there is death. I don't know, like maybe I'm just grasping for straws. But anyways, let's go now to Armin. Once again, I liked Armin the most, even though I think we got the least of Armin out of 3 of them in this episode as well. I liked Armin once again the most. How calm he was and how calculated he was when he approached the guys not to beat up Eren fully, and he was like, sorry, we are hungry, blah blah blah. Of course he does not think that way. I'm sure he does not agree with them and thinks that they are douchebags as well, but he has an emotional intelligence so far, what I'm seeing from Armin from just 2 episodes, to analyze the situation and make the best decision. And in this case, of course, they were gonna beat up Eren, and Mikasa and Armin as well. They were 2 grown up people, so it was the best to just negotiate and play on, we are kids and please, sorry, we have not eaten much, oh my god, maybe drop a couple of tears so they can leave you alone and you are not gonna end up beat up, which I liked. And then I liked the reasoning behind Armin telling Eren that it's crazy, he cannot go to this Maria or whatever. Another thing what I wrote down is that Armin had a grandpa, because I am pretty sure he died. That's so when they were leaving, when government was sending them to get back the Wall Maria, the guy gave him, the head. Armin seemed pretty worried and stuff. And before he mentioned that my grandpa got us bread, so we can eat. I was assuming it was Armin's grandpa. I'm sure it was Armin's grandpa. And then we cut in the future. I think it was the year of 846 already when they were sent. So 1 year after Wall Maria fell, the government sent them again to reconquer, knowing full well it was not gonna be the case. They just needed fewer people so they could avoid the hunger within the walls, which is horrible. I understand it, but it's horrible. So that's why government might be corrupt idea has +2 points from me. It said 250,000 people were sent and only 100 or something survived. So like 250,000 was just eradicated just like that, so they would not go hungry and they would not starve. It's a ruthless decision, and it just tells me whatever this government is, it's not really thinking about its people. And hopefully this is gonna be also a story coming up in the next episodes. Another thing was, yes, Hannes, I'm gonna give will be giving MVP. So far I'm not gonna give LVP to anyone, but I'm gonna be giving MVPs and LVPs each episode to characters after I get to know them more and more, maybe after a couple of episodes. But for now I'm gonna give just an MVP because I don't think there was any LVP in this episode. I cannot give it to anyone, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna give MVP to Hannes. Hannes, I believe wholeheartedly he made the right decision. And then, he cried and he showed remorse, even though I think he did not do anything that needed remorse. But yes, I'm sure within himself he feels guilty that he was not able to save Eren's mom, and he was crying. I could not save her because I lack strength. And this could be something for Hannes' story as well. Maybe he will stop drinking and train more and become, valuable soldier. And another thing, he was the one who brought the kids and made sure they got out safe. So basically Eren and Mikasa are safe because of Hannes. And then he came back and continued fighting. He was against the closing down the gate and leaving people out there. What else? Yeah, Aaron's dad. Aaron's dad was shown briefly in this episode as well, just like the first episode. First he was shown, he was running back, I guess, to Walmaria, to where his family was, and was crying and mentioning their names. And then there was another scene where I don't understand what scene it was, but yeah, whatever. I think even if it's gonna be in the future, or maybe it already happened, but how, if it already happened, why Mikasa doesn't remember anything, or maybe Mikasa does not say something to Eren, maybe she's hiding the fact, and Eren does not remember for whatever reason that they already met their dad. But yeah, whatever this is, like, I'm sure Eren's dad will show up again. Like, there is already too many things, too many mysteries, if you ask me, connected to this guy. First of all, I'm still thinking that they did not just mention basement out of thin air. Like, why would you mention this random stuff if it was not important for the story, right? And then now this scene where it's not really understandable, it's confusing for me. What was this scene at all? So I'm banking on Eren's dad making a return, maybe in upcoming episodes, and kind of making it clear where that story is going. Also, he has connections with Eren, Mikasa, Hannes, because Hannes was mentioning this dad once again. So I'm sure Eren's dad will come back and maybe it will clear some things up. What else? Armin mentioned that his parents died, that if we go there we will die just like my mom and dad, or something like that, when arguing with Eren. So Armin's parents, both of them are dead, which is very sad, and now his grandpa died. So essentially Eren and Mikasa have at least father, but Armin is fully orphaned. That's it. Armin doesn't have anyone but his friends right now, and they all decided to enlist in the army. Then it was, I think, another time jump, and then we saw this guy who seemed like, not like himself face I don't remember, but his eyes I remember. This guy had crazy eyes. So they, I guess, enlisted in Serikor, because this guy seemed like a general or whatever head. In the first episode, the guy that had the meltdown was screaming at the lady, first said bring it back, about the lost hand of that lady's son, and then he just had a full-on meltdown saying that no, their sacrifices meant nothing, we did not understand anything. So I think this was the same guy, which is interesting. So this guy kind of seems unhinged a little bit, so he will be the one, I guess, teaching them how to fight and how to survive outside world. They enlisted, I'm sure, in the Serikor. What else? Yes, this I mentioned. I think I mentioned everything for now so far. I'm very interested where the story is gonna go. Now I'm assuming there will be the training arc. I've hated actually training arcs in Naruto, but it's inevitable. Like, it's gonna happen. They need to become stronger so they are able to then fight, and we are able to follow them in these fights and, you know, support them and root for them. So I guess there will be the training arc. Hopefully it's very short, but I don't believe it will be short, just based on my experience with anime. Hopefully we are gonna meet more characters, and we are gonna get to know more about the story, more about how the world works, because it seems very interesting. People seem very separated. You know, you would think in this kind of a scenario people would try to come together and help each other out, but no, and it's actually very realistic. It's what would happen in our world as well. Unfortunately, we are just separated, and we don't think we are connected at all, even though we are, and we share the same world. It's very interesting. Like, there is small bits of pieces of the storytelling that I like very much. It just seems very realistic. So I'm very interested where everything is gonna go. But for now, I'm gonna say goodbye to you. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode, which will be coming on Wednesday. Goodbye.